Ram Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Jai Radha Krishna Chandra Radhe Jai Krishna Balaram Krishna Balaram Jai Krishna Balaram Jai Nitai Gaurango Jai Nitai Gaurango Jai Prahlad Narsimha Jai Sudarshana Jai Prabhupada Jai Srila Prabhupada जय विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तरशत श्री श्रीमद् हिज डिवाइन ग्रेस अभय चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी प्रभुपाद की जय। जय विष्णुपाद परमहंस नित्य लीला प्रविष्ट हिज डिवाइन ग्रेस भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर महाराज की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। नामाचार्य श्रील हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरी गोवर्धन की जय। मथुरा वृंदावन धाम की जय। नवद्वीप मायापुर धाम की जय। जगन्नाथपुरी क्षेत्र की जय। गंगा माई यमुना माई की जय। वृंद देवी तुलसी महारानी की जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण चंद्र की जय। श्री श्री कृष्ण बलराम की जय। श्री श्री निताय गौरांग की जय। श्री श्री प्रहलाद नरसिंह देव की जय। श्री श्री सुदर्शन भगवान की जय। हरि नाम संकीर्तन यज्ञ की जय। समवेत गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. ग्रंथरा श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवति उत्तमा श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam 7 Canto 10 Chapter Text number 43 and 44. प्रहरादस्यानुचरितम् महाभागवतस्य च महाभागवतस्य च भक्ति ज्ञानं विरक्तिश्च भक्तिर्ज्ञानं विरक्तिश्च याथार्थ्यं चास्य वै हरेः। याथार्थ्यं चास्य वै हरेः। सर्ग स्थिति अप्ययेशस्य सर्गस्थिति अप्ययेशस्य गुण कर्मानुवर्णनम् गुणकर्मानुवर्णनम् परावरेषां स्थानानां परावरेषां स्थानानां कालेन व्यत्ययो महान् कालेन व्यत्ययो महान्। प्रहरादस्यानुचरितं महाभागवतस्य च भक्तिर्ज्ञानं विरक्तिश्च याथार्थ्यं चास्य वै हरेः। सर्गस्थिति अप्ययेशस्य गुणकर्मानुवर्णनम् परावरेषां स्थानानां कालेन व्यत्ययो महान्। प्रहलादस्यानुचरितम् महाभागवतस्य च भक्तिर्ज्ञानं विरक्तिश्च चास्य वै हरेः। सर्गस्थित्यप्ययशस्य गुणकर्मानुवर्णनम् परावरेषां स्थानानां कालेन व्यत्ययो महान्। तस्यानुचरितम् महाभागवतस्य च तिर्ज्ञानं विरक्तिश्च अथार्त्यं चास्य वै हरेः। सर्गस्थित्यप्ययेषस्य गुणकर्मानुवर्णनम् हरदस्यानुचरितम् महाभागवतस्य च भक्तिर्ज्ञानं विरक्तिश्च याथार्थ्यं चास्य वै हरेः। सर्गस्थित्यप्ययेषस्य अनुवर्णनम् परावरेषां स्थानानां कालेन प्रहलादस्य of Prahlad Maharaj Anucharitam characteristics understood by reading or describing his activities. Mahabhagavatasya of the great and exalted devotee. Cha also bhakti devotional service unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Jnanam complete knowledge of the transcendence. Brahma Paramatma and Bhagwan. Virakti renunciation of material existence. Cha also yatharthyam just to understand each of them perfectly. Cha and asya of this. Why indeed Harehe always in reference to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Sarga of creation. Sthiti maintenance. Apyaya and annihilation. Ishasya of the Master, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Guna of the transcendental qualities and opulences. Karma and activities. Anuvarnanam description within the disciplic succession. Para avaresham of different types of living entities known as demigods and demons. Sthananam of the various planets or places to live. Kalena in due course of time. Vyatyayaha the annihilation of everything. Mahan all the very great. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti Vedant Swami Prabhupada. Translation. This narration describes the characteristics of the great and exalted devotee Prahlad Maharaj his staunch devotional service, his perfect knowledge, and his perfect detachment from material contamination. It also describes the Supreme Personality of Godhead as the cause of creation, maintenance, and annihilation. Prahlad Maharaj in his prayers has described the transcendental qualities of the Lord and has also described how the various abodes of the demigods and demons, regardless of how materially opulent, are destroyed by the mere direction of the Lord. Please repeat. This narration describes the characteristics of the great and exalted devotee Prahlad Maharaj, his staunch devotional service, his perfect knowledge, and his perfect detachment from material contamination. It also describes the Supreme Personality of Godhead as the cause of creation, maintenance, and annihilation. Prahlad Maharaj, in his prayers, has described the transcendental qualities of the Lord and has also described how the various abodes of the demigods and demons, regardless of how materially opulent, are destroyed by the mere direction of the Lord. Purport. Srimad Bhagavatam is filled with descriptions of the characteristics of various devotees with reference to the service of the Lord. This Vedic literature is called Bhagavatam because it deals with the Supreme Personality of Godhead and his devotee. By studying Srimad Bhagavatam under the direction of the bona fide spiritual master, one can perfectly understand the science of Krishna, the nature of the material and spiritual worlds, and the aim of life. Srimad Bhagavatam Amalam Puranam. Srimad Bhagavatam is the spotless Vedic literature, as we have discussed in the beginning of Srimad Bhagavatam. Therefore, simply by understanding Srimad Bhagavatam, one can understand the science of the activities of the devotees, activities of the demons, and the permanent abode and the temporary abode. Through Srimad Bhagavatam, everything is perfectly known. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरोन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. Garland who has made Prabhu outside. So when we purchase from outside, we can see this. This we can remove before offering to the deities because it hurts. There are sharp stubs coming out. So they don't understand. They think it is good for decoration. They put something green here usually. So I told Purna Brahma Prabhu also in ashram. So for deities, we should be very careful. So they don't understand. They think that it is simply some picture or wood or stone we are offering. But we have to be very careful. So that is why Prabhupada tells fresh flowers should be offered. So these things should not be there. So here it can be there, but this also hurts, but not much. But in neck, it should not be there, this portion. So Srimad Bhagavatam is the incarnation of Supreme Lord in the form of a literature. Vasudevam Sarvamiti Samahatma Sudurlabhaha. Entire world is nothing but Krishna. There exists nothing without Krishna. Krishna himself has expanded into everything that we see or we do not see around us. So this is called perfect realization. One who sees everything in Krishna and Krishna in everything. So the entire existence is nothing but Krishna. So we are all part and parcel of Krishna. Sum total of everything is Krishna. But it does not mean Krishna is simply sum total energy. He is energetic. Even though he is everything, he is infinite. Everything is Krishna. Within this infinite existence, he can take a finite form in order to reciprocate with the devotees who love him. And Krishna also enters within the minutest of the particles here. So everything is in Krishna and Krishna is in everything. The sound is also Krishna. Every sound is actually Krishna. But as Srila Prabhupada explains, as long as we do not become spiritually perfect, we must make a distinction between matter and spirit, material and spiritual. When we are very much advanced, we have this perfect realization, Vasudevam Sarvamiti. But such a realization is Samahatma Sudurlabha. Very, very rare. Such a great soul is not easy to be found. That there is Krishna only, of course, this is not understood properly. The impersonalists say Krishna is everything means you are also Krishna, I am also Krishna. No, this is not the understanding. The understanding is just like this body is there. In this body, so many other worms, so many species are surviving, so many bacteria. They are also individual living entities. But sum total together is this entire body. We are the proprietor of this body. So this body not just houses my soul, but it is home to many other souls. Every cell is also a soul. Just like the cell is part and parcel of the body, we are part and parcel of Krishna. So cell, just like on the material platform, this small material particle called cell is part and parcel of this big material body. Similarly, the small spiritual particle, soul, is part and parcel of infinite spirit, Krishna. So if you touch any cell of the body, which is a living entity, if I touch any cell of Rohit's body, who is this? That is Rohit. Finger, that is Rohit. Ear, that is Rohit. Correct? Forehead, that is also Rohit. Eyes, that is also Rohit. But it does not mean that small cell is Rohit because they are part and parcel of his body. Rohit's body, I can tell everywhere I am touching Rohit. In this way, Vasudeva Sarvamiti. Everywhere there is Krishna, but Rohit has individual existence. His eating is different from the eating of cell. His desires are different. His consciousness is different from the consciousness of cell or a tapeworm, which we hope might not be there in his stomach. But if it is there, but his consciousness, although their existence depends upon the existence of his body, but they are having individual existence. He is having individual existence. In this way, Vasudeva Sarvamiti, Samahatma Sudurlabha. Krishna is everything. But as long as we are not on this platform of realization, we must make a distinction. Prabhu, I am watching movie. Movie is also Krishna. No. That is not. Prahlad Maharaj can do that. He can do everything. He took poison also as Krishna Prasadam. Oh, whatever is coming from Krishna, nothing in this world happens without Krishna's sanction. Whatever is edible thing is coming to me, edible or not, it is coming from Krishna. So it is Krishna Prasadam. He took poison as Krishna Prasadam. Nothing happened. It became nectar. So on the level of Prahlad Maharaj, there is no distinction. For Paramhansa, that is why no rules and regulations, no distinction. But for us, we have to make distinction. We have to be very much cautious of the worldly opulences, which are manifestations of material energy. If you are attracted to these opulences, Janmeshwarya Shruta Shri Redumana Madhapuman, Naiva Haratya Vidhatum Vai. We are desiring to improve our material opulence, then that is Maya. So that is why for us it is important to make distinction. So specifically for us, Krishna is incarnated in a specific sound that is Hare Krishna Mahamantra and specific literature that is Srimad Bhagavatam. So we must make distinction. Ordinary literatures are different and Srimad Bhagavatam is different. So Srimad Bhagavatam is incarnation of Krishna, non-different from Krishna. Whatever blessings Lord Krishna bestowed personally, Srimad Bhagavatam is bestowing now in this manifestation. Srimad Bhagavatam is as potent as the Supreme Lord Krishna, as powerful, and it can give us as much relief as Lord Krishna gave in his manifestation 5000 years ago. There is no difference at all. Srimad Bhagavatam has manifested in Kali Yuga. So, by Srimad Bhagavatam, one can perfectly understand who is Krishna, what are the signs of his activities and those of his devotees, activities of demons, what is material world, what is spiritual world. We can understand perfectly. Complete knowledge comes from Srimad Bhagavatam. Nothing remains to be known. Vidya Bhagavata Vadhihi. However, there is caveat. What is that? This is very confidential. The topmost knowledge, there is one specific condition which we have to fulfill, and that Prabhupada mentions in the purport. What Prabhupada is mentioning? Srimad Bhagavatam is filled with the descriptions of characteristics of various devotees with reference to the service of the Lord. This Vedic literature is called Bhagavatam because it deals with the Supreme Personality of Godhead and its devotee. By studying Srimad Bhagavatam under the direction of the bona fide spiritual master, one can perfectly understand the science of Krishna, nature of material and spiritual worlds, and the aim of life. So, what is the condition? It has to be It has to be? Yes. It should be understood by us also. Yeah, the exact word is, you are right. What Prabhupada mentioned here? What is the word Prabhupada is using? Anyone? Any guesses? Yes? Yes, how this confidential knowledge has to be understood? I just read twice. Exact word? No. Srimad Bhagavatam is filled with descriptions of the characteristics of various devotees with reference to the service of the Lord. This Vedic literature is called Bhagavatam because it deals with the Supreme Personality of Godhead and his devotee. By studying Srimad Bhagavatam under the direction of the bona fide spiritual master, one can perfectly understand the science of Krishna, nature of material spiritual worlds, and the aim of life. So, by studying Srimad Bhagavatam under the direction, so it is very important. So, this is the secret in understanding Bhagavatam. Bhagavata Poragya Bhagavata Sthane, under the direction of a bona fide spiritual master. Why Prabhupada is writing this? Where this verse is written? Anybody? In Sanskrit, what is the shloka which corroborates the statement? No. Sanskrit shloka from Upanishad. Very nice. That is also Tad Vijnanartham Mundakopanishad. Sa Gurumev Abhigachet. To understand the science of absolute truth, one must approach a spiritual master. Further, hmm? Yes, Ayush is right. Shvetashvatar Upanishad. Yasya deve parabhaktir yatha deve tatha gurau. One who has got implicit faith in the Supreme Personality of Godhead and equal faith in spiritual master. When we will take direction from anybody? We take directions only when we are having faith. Unless we have faith in somebody, why shall we take their direction? So, falling under the direction of spiritual master means having implicit faith. Yasya deve para bhaktir yatha deve tatha guru. I have strong faith in you, but I will not follow your instruction. I will not seek your advice. Then there is no faith. If we have faith, then we will ask. We will take the direction. So that is why this is the secret. Yatha deve tatha tasyaite kathita He artha only unto those souls who have implicit faith in Krishna as spiritual master, all the purports of Vedic knowledge are revealed. So this is very, very important, and this point usually goes missing. That is why we see so many scholars who are knowing Bhagavatam, who have memorized, who will quote Bhagavatam here, there, this canto, this verse, everything is known very nicely. They will give saptahas also. They will give classes, lectures on Bhagavatam. Many people they gather in such arrangements. But what is understanding? They also are not able to realize. Why they are not able to realize? Because Bhagavatam, by reading books, we cannot understand. Yasya deve para bhaktir. So that is why there is very, very wonderful instance which we have heard many times from Prabhupada, but it's very relevant to this discussion. So this is from Chaitanya Charitamrita. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu visits South India, Ranganath temple. सेई क्षेत्रे रहे एक वैष्णव ब्राह्मण देवालय आसी करे गीता आवर्तना. In the holy place of Sri Rang Kshetra, a Brahmana Vaishnava used to visit the temple daily and recite the entire text of the Bhagavad Gita. So in Rang Kshetra, Sri Rangam, there was a Brahmana, daily he would visit temple and would recite entire text of Bhagavad Gita. But there is something extraordinary about this recital. The Brahmana regularly read the 18 chapters of the Bhagavad Gita in great transcendental ecstasy. Ashtadashadhyaya pade Anand Aveshe. Anand Aveshe means in great ecstasy he would read. Ashuddha padena loka kare upahase. But because he could not pronounce the words correctly, people used to joke about him. Pronunciation was not proper. But still, even though pronunciation, he was not knowing how to do it well, but he would read all the 18 chapters. Keha hase keha ninde taha nahi mane, avishta haya gita pade anandita mane. Due to his incorrect pronunciation, people sometimes criticized him and laughed at him, but he did not care. He was full of ecstasy due to reading the Bhagavad Gita and was personally very happy. Due to incorrect pronunciation, people sometimes criticized and laughed at him, but he did not care. He was full of ecstasy due to reading Bhagavad Gita and was personally very happy. So, this is the test. If a person has realized Bhagavad Gita or not. What is the test? That the person will be fully happy. So, this is the test in spiritual life. In the material world, people, the test is they have some milestones for success. If you get this milestones for, they think that will give them happiness. If you get money, you get people, you get position. By this, they measure their happiness because anyway, happiness is not there. They think if I have this, I'll be happy. I have that, I'll be happy. So that is called material success. But what is spiritual success? We actually see the result. The result is happiness. That is why when materialists they meet, what do they ask? If they are students, they will ask. Or if parents are discussing about students, how many marks? That is their success. What percentage? What is the rank? And if they are working, then how much? Money. How much money are you making? This is what they discuss. Going to get married, what is the profile? Whom are you getting married? You are living, which city you are living? You are eating, which restaurant are you eating? Car, which car are you driving? Dog, which breed? People think that this is the success. But the ultimate objective is not met, that is happiness. But in spiritual life, when Prabhupada would visit temple, what he would ask? He would not ask, what is the car you are driving? What is the brand of your clothes? Prabhupada would ask, are the devotees happy? And the answer would be, yes, Prabhupada. Prabhupada told, yes, that is the test. The test is whether the devotee is happy or not. Directly we get the result. That is the most confidential knowledge, Raj Vidya. Raj Vidya Raj Guhyam Pavitram Idam Uttamam Pratyakshavagam Dharimam Susukham Kartum Avyayam. This is very, very pleasant to perform. Susukham. The devotee becomes very happy. So this is the test. That is why when somebody told Prabhupada that the devotee is morose, then Prabhupada told he is not following the rules and regulations nicely. Otherwise, one cannot be morose. He has not even come to Krishna consciousness. Otherwise, from the very beginning, the life is full of the free of anxieties, full of happiness. So this is the test. So due to his incorrect pronunciation, people sometimes criticized him and laughed at him, but he did not care. He was full of ecstasy due to reading the Bhagavad Gita and was personally very happy. पुलकाश्रुकंपस्वेद यावत् पठन देखी आनंदित हैला महाप्रभु रमना. And not just happy. While reading the book, the Brahmana experienced transcendental bodily. So, this is very important. So, please hear carefully. While reading the book, the Brahmana experienced transcendental bodily transformations. His hair stood on end, tears welled in his eyes, and his body trembled and perspired as he read. Seeing this, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu became very happy. So the Brahmana was illiterate. He was not knowing how to pronounce the words correctly. And even though he was able to pronounce, he was not knowing the meaning of the words. But just by reading Bhagavad Gita, we can just see Pulakashru Kampa Sweda Yavat Patana. He was having symptoms of ecstasy. So, who is a pure devotee, who is a Lord, is understood by this is one of the symptoms of ecstasy. The pure devotees can show these symptoms. Otherwise, as soon as they hear Bhagavatam or Bhagavad Gita, the hairs will stand on end. Pulakashru, goosebumps, immediately they will get. Sweda, there is perspiration and there is choking of voice. Sometimes the devotees may not display these symptoms because common people may misunderstand devotees, may not like to present their position. But otherwise, these are the symptoms. Similarly, extraordinary symptoms are found in the body of the Supreme Lord. And that is why Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, when he saw Chaitanya Mahaprabhu entered Jagannath temple. And by seeing Jagannath, he fainted. Extraordinary ecstasy. And Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya noticed the symptoms of ecstasy. And he told, what are these symptoms? These are not found on the body of a living entity, a jiva. These are found only on the body of Supreme Personality of Godhead. So he was surprised how a jiva, living entity, because he was not knowing Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is God. He was impersonalist at that time. But impersonalists also are knowing the philosophy very nicely. They know the literatures. Not philosophy, they know the literatures. They are scholars. So he was knowing these symptoms the Supreme Personality can exhibit. So how is it possible this sannyasi, young sannyasi, is exhibiting those symptoms? And thus later he got convinced that yes, he is Supreme Personality. The ecstasy displayed by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Srimati Radharani, Lord Krishna cannot be displayed by living entities. They cannot experience such things. However, these symptoms living entities do experience. So we can see here, even though, so people talk of reading various literatures, and unfortunately I don't want to mention the name. There was one sannyasi, and he was misguiding Prabhupada's disciple. When Prabhupada left this world, then he told, your spiritual master has given you just the basics because you were Westerners. You were not able to understand higher knowledge. He gave you just the basics of spiritual life. But if you want to understand the actual perfection of spiritual knowledge and ecstasy, then you have to take my shelter to understand advanced knowledge. So unfortunately, even though
they claim themselves to be sannyasis and claim to be knowing the purports of the Vedas, but they don't understand even the basics, unfortunately. They are on the neophyte, and that too, they are having a very offensive attitude. And thus, he misguided many disciples, reinitiating a bona fide disciple is a very big offense. It is like taking a child away from his father. Father would become very angry, very disappointed. And if a pure devotee is disappointed, how Krishna will be happy? So that is why in the past, even though acharyas defeated the students of other acharya, because of course there is gradation, more revelation some sampradayas are having more revelation, better revelation. But even though they were able to establish the supremacy of the sampradaya of the philosophy, but they did not reinitiate them. They told, yes, you can understand this philosophy, follow the principles, but there is no need of reinitiation because you are initiated in bona fide sampradaya. So this is offense. So they don't understand the fundamental principles of the spiritual life. So here we see what to speak of advanced literature. Bhagavad Gita is ABCD. And this Brahmana is not even able to understand the meaning of Bhagavad Gita. Still, he has attained the end result of studying Bhagavad Gita. What is the end result? The end result is this love of God. So, without knowing the meaning, without proper pronunciation, also, some people they criticize that these people in these Hare Krishna people, they chant Hare Krishna, Krishna is Draupadi. So they don't understand. And otherwise also they don't see. So there is this material song, Shri Krishna Govind Hare Murari. Krishna, they also sing Krishna. They are not Westerners. Kanha. So in poetry, it is okay to add one extra and reduce one sound. So in poetry, to rhyme it properly, that is all nice. It doesn't matter. So many people call Krishna Krishna. They call him Kana. They give him various names. So lovingly, mother may call child by any of the name. Child will understand. So in a similar fashion, Krishna understands. So even though pronunciation may not be proper, even though meaning may not be known, still a person can attain the perfection of spiritual life if they know the secret of understanding Bhagavad Gita in the scriptures. And that is what happened here with the Brahmana. Pulakashru Kampasveda Yavat Patana. While reading the book, the Brahmana experienced transcendental bodily transformations. His hair stood on end, tears welled in his eyes, and his body trembled and perspired as he read. Seeing this, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu became very happy. So Prabhupada explains, although the Brahmana could not pronounce the words very well due to illiteracy, he still experienced ecstatic symptoms while reading the Bhagavad Gita. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was very much pleased to observe these symptoms, and this indicates that the Supreme Personality of Godhead is pleased by devotion, not by erudite scholarship. Even though the words were imperfectly pronounced, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Lord Krishna himself, did not think this very serious. Rather, the Lord was pleased by bhava, devotion. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was pleased even by the imperfect pronunciation. So the Lord sees bhava or the devotion, not the pronunciations are required for karma kanda portion. You want to get some results, then yes, vibration has to be very exact. Otherwise, different material result will come. But for spiritual result, for devotional service, it is bhava, bhava grahi janardana. It is the devotion which matters. So this is very important instruction. So thus we need not worry, as was the case when Prabhupada, he taught his disciples very nicely. But he was able to teach them just for 1 year. Why he was able to teach for 1 year? Then he was coming back to India because he got third heart attack. Two attacks he got on Jalduta while going to America, and after a year, third heart attack came. And Prabhupada thought, I may not be able to come back. And West was definitely not favorable. The weather was not good and so many difficulties. So Prabhupada thought, let me come back to recuperate, and there were chances he might not return. So then he was coming back, and disciples were aghast that Prabhupada has not even taught us enough. In 1 year, what you will give? And there was not even Bhagavad Gita with them. Prabhupada had carried Bhagavatam, and there was Easy Journey to Other Planets, small book. And the natural understanding is, as normal people think, or those who are very new in spiritual life, that just for 1 year we have taken instruction, now he's going back. What will happen to our spiritual life? Although they were attached to Prabhupada, they were feeling grateful, but still they were concerned, some of them, about their spiritual life. So one of the disciples, he asks Prabhupada that, Prabhupada, in case you do not come back, can we take instructions, guidance from your god brothers? So then Prabhupada became very emotional. And then Prabhupada spoke, my Guru Maharaj was pure gold. Indirectly wanted to state the position of the spiritual master. That how much, what should be our attitude towards the spiritual master. And then Prabhupada later told that you just later or prior to that, Prabhupada explained that you read that small book which I have given you and you try to preach as far as you have understood, and this will make your life perfect. So, this is the understanding. The spiritual perfection depends upon the faith, how much faith we have in our spiritual master. Physical separation is immaterial. The spiritual master has told you, read this small book, whatever you have understood, you preach it. Simply, if you do that, our life will become successful by doing it. So, reading many, many books otherwise also is not required. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given this instruction to Sanatana Goswami, which he has given to us in Chaitanya Charitamrita, in Nectar of Devotion also. That reading many, many books is detrimental to spiritual advancement, because one gets confused about the aim of life. And when Brahmana actually comes and asks Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, because I have read so much, I have become confused. What is the aim of life? Because our intelligence is limited. Had our intelligence been perfect, whatever I read, I will remember for the rest of my life. If this is our intelligence, then we can make perfect analysis. Here I forget what I read, isn't it? So if I forget what I read, how can I ever reach a perfect conclusion? How can I perfectly analyze? For perfect analysis, perfect memory is required. So in Vedic times, people would follow this Gyan Marg. Gyan Marg means you read all the Vedic literatures, there would be apparent contradictions. But because you have read entirety of the Vedic literatures, you have finished the study. Alokyani Puna Puna, Brahma tells that I have read, after reading the Vedic literatures many, many times, I have come to the conclusion that service to Krishna is the ultimate aim of the Vedic wisdom. So Lord Brahma can read over and over again, he can finish. So those who are very wise, perfect memory, they can keep on reading. And then they can analyze, okay, this instruction is mentioned here, it is mentioned here, so this is the conclusion. Here our memory is very poor, we forget. So how we can reach to a perfect conclusion? I forget. I can never compare the philosophies. I can never compare the shlokas. I can never compare the conclusions. Thus, there is no hope to come to perfect understanding by reading, because we do not have perfect memory. Very simple. So, what is the hope then? The hope is only spiritual master. If we get a bona fide spiritual master, all the Vedic purports are revealed in the heart. Yasya deve para bhakti, yatha deve tatha gurav. So, if we read many, many books, we get confused about the aim of life. So, that is why we should try to find the proper spiritual master, proper parampara, read the books given by them, and the spiritual life becomes perfect. Need not even go to advanced books. Even Bhagavad Gita, which is the basic fundamental book, even understood without, even read without understanding, can give us perfection. Seeing this, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu became very happy. महाप्रभु पुछिला तारे शुन महाशया कौन अर्थ जानी तुम्हार एता सुख हया. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked the Brahmana. So when he saw Brahmana is in ecstasy by reading Bhagavad Gita, he asked, my dear sir, why are you in such ecstatic love? Which portion of the Bhagavad Gita gives you such transcendental pleasure? विप्र कहे मूर्ख आमी शब्दार्थ न जानी शुद्ध शुद्ध गीता पढ़ी guru आज्ञा मानी. The Brahmana replied, I am illiterate and therefore do not know the meaning of the words. So he is confessing now, I am illiterate. Murkha ami, shabdarth na jani. Shabdarth means the meaning of the words. I do not know. Murkha ami, I am illiterate. And therefore do not know the meaning of the words. Sometimes I read the Bhagavad Gita correctly and sometimes incorrectly. But in any case, I am doing this in compliance with the orders of my spiritual master. So somebody can ask, what is this illogical thing you are doing? You do not know the meaning of the words. If I do not know the meaning, what will I do by reading? I may be able to make some imperfect pronunciation. I might be able to read German, but if I do not know the meaning, what is the use? Will I ever understand Bhagavad Gita written in German by reading it? Yes. If Prabhupada has told, we will do it. That is why this is very, very important instruction. We are so fortunate that we have got Mahabhagavad spiritual master with us, who has given us these nuances, confidential ways of understanding the transcendental knowledge. That is why we understand the pastimes when disciples got up and they started leaving from the Bhagavatam lecture because Prabhupada started speaking Hindi. It's just like somebody speaks Russian here. So how we can sit and hear that Bhagavatam? But Prabhupada told, I am speaking just for you. You do not understand how Bhagavatam is realized. It is not exactly by understanding, but by hearing with rapt attention. Understanding is not important. Even the best of the logical brains will not be able to understand Bhagavatam unless they have pleased their spiritual master, surrendered to spiritual master. Sa gurumeva bhigachet. Nobody understands Bhagavatam by scholarship. Bhagavatam is understood only by Bhagavata Puragya Bhagavata Sthane, by taking shelter of a bona fide spiritual master. So thus Prabhupada told them to sit and hear Hindi lecture. This is completely logical. I want to understand, but the lecture is in different language. But yes, so realization happens by hearing with rapt attention. Understanding is secondary. True understanding develops when we hear in submissiveness with proper attitude, with full faith in the instructions of the spiritual master, that these are transcendental instructions. Just like a person who is sleeping, he wakes up on hearing any sound of this material world. The sound could be in any language. A person can shout, wake up in any language we may not know, but we'll wake up. Even though he or she does not speak, wake up, still we will wake up. Any sound from the gross world wakes us up out of dream. Similarly, any spiritually surcharged vibration will wake us up to spiritual realization. So any word spoken by the spiritual master, it is completely spiritual. Thus, by giving rapt attention with full faith, it gives the desired result. So this is the secret in understanding Bhagavatam. That is why we should read with the same understanding. We should read with great attention, with rapt attention, with full faith that spiritual master is giving personal instruction to me. Then personal instruction is given. So that is why this attitude is required. This faith, yasya deve para bhaktir yatha deve tatha gurau. The Brahmana replied, I am illiterate and therefore do not know the meaning of the words. Sometimes I read the Bhagavad Gita correctly and sometimes incorrectly, but in any case, I am doing this in compliance with the orders of my spiritual master. Actually, the meaning of the words Bhagavad Gita or Srimad Bhagavatam are revealed to one strictly following the orders of the spiritual master. They are also revealed to one who has equal faith in the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In other words, being faithful to both Krishna and spiritual master is the secret of success in spiritual life. So thus this is very, very important instruction. And thus, always Prabhupada is repeating the same thing in English. Yasya deve para bhaktir yatha deve tatha gurau. One who reads Bhagavatam under the direction of a spiritual master. So taking the direction is very, very important. Strictly following the rules and regulations, this is most important. When we follow strictly the rules and regulations given by the spiritual master, then when we read Bhagavatam, the purports will be revealed. Or Prabhupada, even without reading, the purports will be revealed. So that is why when we are reading Bhagavatam, so some people tell, are we following Jnana Yoga? No, we are not following Jnana Yoga. We are following Bhakti Yoga. We are trying to read Bhagavatam because spiritual master has told us. Had spiritual master told us, you do not read, you do something else, we would have done that thing. But Prabhupada has told us, so faithfully we are trying to read Bhagavatam, trying to understand as far as our intelligence allows. So this is Bhakti Yoga. We are following the direction of the spiritual master. Whether I understand or don't understand, whether I relish, I don't relish, it does not matter. But instruction is read every day minimum 1 hour, so I will read every day minimum 1 hour. So what are the directions of the spiritual master? So this is also very important. So this thing also goes missing. We follow the instructions, but the directions sometimes they go missing in the life. Directions are important. That is why Prabhupada mentions. My simple request is that you very strictly follow all of our regulative principles without any deviation whatsoever. You strictly follow all of our regulative principles without any deviation, and thus by example show others how to do the same. Engage in devotional service according to your propensity and the direction of my appointed authorities. Always pray to Krishna so that he may keep you engaged in his transcendental service. Avoid the service of Maya like poison. My request to you is that you try to follow the authorities there, the temple president, the GBC, etc. Cooperate nicely with them. Our movement is based on love and trust. So if you do not cooperate, then how is it that love and trust? Follow all of the rules and regulations very strictly without deviation. Chant 16 rounds, attend class and Mangalarti, and then everything will be all right. Following the direction of temple leaders is practicing the knowledge of Krishna consciousness. Disciple means discipline. Without discipline, there cannot be any spiritual progress. Therefore, our system is to follow the authority or our superiors. Not that we can independently question, not this is right, this is wrong. So, my best advice to you is that without questioning, you follow the instructions given to you by Vishnujan and other leaders and do exactly as they say, then everything will be all right. Thus, Prabhupada, pure devotee of Krishna, is guaranteeing then that everything will be all right. So, if pure devotee has told, Krishna will make sure that it comes to pass, it happens. So, Prabhupada is very clearly mentioned follow our rules and regulations very strictly. So, if you want to understand Vedic knowledge, rule regulation, get up early in the morning, very, very important. Do Mangalarti, very important. Chant our 16 rounds every day, very important. Go out, preach, very important. And all these things should be done under the direction of temple authorities, very, very important. So, how direction of spiritual master will come? As Prabhupada has mentioned here, following the direction of temple leaders is practicing the knowledge of Krishna consciousness. It is good that you want to become very learned in Krishna consciousness, but what good is so much knowledge without practice? Knowledge should be practiced. And what is practice of knowledge? Following the direction of temple leaders. And if you do that, Prabhupada tells, everything will be all right. Do exactly as they say, and then everything will be all right. So, this is very, very important. Taking the direction, executing our spiritual life, then the purports are revealed. And what is the direction? The direction is same which Lord Krishna has given, Mahaprabhu has given. Amar Agyaya Guru Haya Tara Ei Desh Yare Dekho Tare Kaho Krishna Updesh. So Prabhupada writes here, wherever possible, try to talk about Krishna consciousness to your friends or whomever you may meet. Simply by this attempt, you will get superior strength and knowledge about Krishna consciousness. It doesn't matter whether a man is convinced or not, but your sincere attempts to convince others will help you progress. It is so simple. Simply, if we are trying to convince others, sincerely trying to convince others, this will give us strength, spiritual strength, and knowledge in Krishna consciousness. And simply this attempt will help us to make progress in spiritual life. So thus, this is very clear instruction. Whenever possible, try to talk about KC to your friends or whomever you may meet. Simply by this attempt, you will get superior strength and knowledge about Krishna consciousness. Simply by this attempt. Whether other person is able to understand or not, it does not matter. Simply by this attempt, we will make progress in our life. So this is the way by which we understand Bhagavad Gita. Follow the rules very, very strictly. Follow the direction of the temple authorities and preach sincerely. By this, the Vedic purport is revealed. We understand everything. Otherwise, we may simply keep on chasing books, books of Jeev Goswami, books of Rup Goswami, books of Gita Govinda and Krishna Karnamrita. Ultimately, the basic difficulties are not solved. We are not happy. So if we follow the rules and regulations very nicely, the result will be the devotee is in complete happiness, even without knowing the meanings, without knowing the pronunciation. So this is the secret. So with this, we will end. Any questions? Yes, online we have. Yes, so we can revise the lessons. One point everyone can repeat. Yes. 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 Just like the cell is having its individuality, although being part and parcel of entire body, which has got its own desires and activities. Similarly, we are part and parcel of Supreme Spirit, Krishna. Very nice. Yes, very nice. So pronunciation is not very important. Although we should try to pronounce also clearly as possible, as Prabhupada has told. Do not finish very quickly. Krishna Krishna Hare. Not important. Now I'll finish chanting in 3 minutes. My rounds need not pronounce. No, there is also direction of Prabhupada that pronounce as clearly as possible. Even after trying, you are not able to do, then it's okay. So Karma Kanda, for Karma Kanda, pronunciation is important, but here Bhava is important. Sometimes it happens that we discuss law is only is aware of our Bhava. Yes. Yeah. Yes. 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 So Shisha Prabhu has shared very nice point that, and there is a rather there are many followers who follow this philosophy. Okay, Krishna is Bhava Grahi Janardana. So what is the need of understanding books? I will show Bhava to Krishna. Every day I'll go to temple and show my Bhava. I will show my tears. I will roll on the ground. In this way, I will please Krishna. So yes, if we have Bhava, then that is sufficient. Prabhupada tells one who is able to sing and dance in ecstasy in front of Krishna, all the sins are immediately removed. But that ecstasy is not possible without following the directions of spiritual master. So if we actually have that bhava, then it is not required. That is fact. But that bhava is not possible. But some people we see when they sing, they start crying. They shed so much of tears. But that is practice, Prabhupada tells. There is a community. I don't know now it is there or not. But otherwise in Rajasthan especially, they are called Rudalis. There is a movie also made, Rudali. They are practiced in crying. Anybody dies, they will go and they will start crying. They have no relation with the person. So, in order to make nice, sad ambience in the house, they would be called to cry. So, they will make nice, sad ambience and they will cry very loudly. They will wail very piteously as if it was their husband or son. They will cry. So, they are called Rudalis, professional criers. They will go and cry, shed tears. So like this, we can practice. You go in front of Krishna, become Rudali. You start crying. But that is artificial practice. So what is real bhava? That is also explained in the scriptures. So sometimes these symptoms may not be shown. Just like a spy goes to the other country, he may not show patriotism for his own country there because he's spying. He may criticize his own country in the other nation. So similarly, the devotee may not show these symptoms in front of common public because devotee does not wish to get recognized as a devotee. Thus Madhvendra Puri, when Gopinath, he stole the pot of sweet rice for him in the night. So Madhvendra Puri got scared. Now tomorrow entire town will get to know that Gopinath has stolen sweet rice for me, and thus I'll get famous. Many people will come here, and devotee does not want to get recognized at all. Devotee does not want fame. So these things are very dangerous in this material world. Just to maintain or get this fame, we uselessly waste this human form of life in getting fame in this material world, recognized in this material. What is the use of this recognition? We may take birth as animal if we have wasted this human life. So fame, uh, beauty, money, all these things are generally impediments in spiritual advancement. So Madhavendra Puri immediately left the town and he went to Jagannath Puri so that people may not come and start appreciating him. So devotee may not show these symptoms of ecstasy. So how then it can be understood whether a person is advancing or not? So other symptoms are there. What are the symptoms? Which we have to realize. Avyartha kalatvam. Not even a moment should be wasted without serving Krishna. Devotee sees every moment I am engaging myself in Krishna service. As Prabhupada told, avoid service of Maya like poison. So devotee sees that not even a moment should be wasted in gaining material opulences in service of Maya. Avyartha kalatvam. Nam gane sada ruchi. By chanting the names of Krishna, so much of pleasure I'll get. There is no need of showing external tears. So much of pleasure I'll get by chanting. Preetistad vasati sthale. I'll get great pleasure in visiting the dham. Sometimes when we conduct dham yatra, so devotees do not enroll. They tell Prabhu, how many times we'll go to Vrindavan? I have gone 3 times. How many times Mayapur? How many times? So it's not a question of does a boyfriend say, how many times will I talk to my girlfriend? No, he is very eager. Or the girlfriend is eager to talk to boyfriend. No question of many times. Entire day they can talk. Nonsense they can talk. So this is called attachment. Because there is attachment. The child may blabber. The parents are willing to hear that blabber. Useless talks of the child. This is called attachment. Preeti stad vasati sthale. So I'm so much attached. When will I go back to Vrindavan? When will I go again? Where is the chance again? So devotee gets so much of pleasure in visiting the temple, living in the temple, visiting the holy places. So like this, these are the symptoms. It begins with avyartha kalatvam. Not even a moment should be wasted without engaging in service. So these are the symptoms. But a devotee. So that is why this bhava, the real ecstatic symptoms will be attained when we follow the rules and regulations very, very nicely. So that is why we must read. This is one very important instruction. We should try to understand Krishna by reading Bhagavatam every day, minimum 1 hour. So this is the instruction. Then we will actually get bhava. So this is important point. Yes. So we'll finish. Grantra Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai.